Hello and welcome to this video. So in this video we are going to learn about what is hacking. So as you can see onto your screen, a very basic definition of hacking is portrayed, which is to reinvent something. Now you must have seen a lot of DIY hacks everywhere on YouTube and other platforms. So let's understand this with this image. On the left hand side you can see a girl which is wearing a skirt which is blue, and onto the right hand side she is wearing the same skirt but the other way around using her dress. Now this is a very simple DIY cloth hack. So this way the girl has reinvented her clothing, which can also be considered as a part of hack. Now with this you should understand that hacking is just not limited to hacking into computers. Hacking can be anything to think differently or to reinvent from the basic thing. Now let's discuss about computer hacking. So a very basic definition of computer hacking would be modifying or altering computer software or hardware to accomplish a goal that is considered to be outside of the creator's original objective. The basic definition of this is we have to make the software or hardware work in a different manner than what the original author thought of. If we are able to accomplish our task, then yes, you have identified a hack into that particular software or hardware. Okay, so a person or a thing which is being used in an unauthorized way which it was not intended to is termed as hacking. So what is a hacker? An individual who engages himself in computer hacking activities is typically referred to as hackers. Now, all hackers are not bad. So we are going to differentiate hackers in three categories into the next few couple of minutes. Before that, let's quickly understand the history of hacking. So, hackers were known as practical jokers a long time ago. And when was the first hack that ever happened? So the first hack happened at the MIT labs, wherein the engineers were able to perform phone calls through the trunk lines for free, which was coined as the first ever hack of our history. Remember, hacking is just not limited to do only free calls. Hacking has changed the perspective in these years, and there has been a lot of hacking in different domains. It can be considered in terms of IoT, in terms of web, mobile, in terms of different domains as well. So let's quickly break the myth. Hackers are not magicians. They do not perform magic. Yes, there is a lot of efforts into it, which can be writing a code or identifying a successful vulnerability and making an exploit for any specific software or hardware. Also, a very common thing, hacking is just not limited to hacking Facebook, Instagram, or other social media platforms. I have seen a lot of new beginners who jump into hacking with a mindset of hacking into Facebook and Instagram. Remember, it takes a lot of practice and efforts to identify vulnerabilities and issues into these giant platforms. So it's just not merely copying a code from somewhere and pasting it and thinking that we are able to hack these companies. Yes, so why does even hacks happen? So I have identified the major two root cause that is responsible for hacks that happen. The first one is human errors and the second one is vulnerable applications. So let's discuss about human errors. This comprises of 60 to 70% of attacks that happens. The major root cause is social engineering. A lot of times people fall into the traps of social engineering or phishing. They click on links wherein they get the victim of identity theft and sometimes they give their credentials. Also, there are Many other ways to perform social engineering attackers use. Attackers use different attack vectors through emails, through SMS, which is known as smishing. They also use sophisticated voice calls, which is termed as vishing, to attack people. So let's discuss about vulnerable applications. So a lot of times, sysadmins or developers leave credentials or sensitive informations like API keys, passwords, and tokens into their servers, which can easily be accessed by anyone, which is kept public. A lot of time, they keep sensitive information into their code base or GitHub repositories, which can also be accessed by these threat actors. Also, developers do not use the best practices while developing any application, which give rise to many security vulnerabilities which the attackers can use and also exfiltrate and exploit to the system level, through which they can get remote code execution and finally get access to the network. This way, they can attack the whole network and compromise the security of any particular organization. So I hope you guys understood this. Thank you.